Hello to all, welcome to my channel. My name is Biksha and I talk a lot about books on my channel. So today I'm reviewing a book called Piranesi, written by Susanna Clarke. And I was so impressed by this book and the whole concept of it and the way it was told that I cannot stop gushing about it. And if you want to know more about this book, then please do keep on watching. First things first, this book has been shortlisted for Women's Prize for Fiction this year, and it truly deserves its spot. To tell you a little about this book, it is actually a very strange sort of book. I mean, strange in a good way, strange in a magical, surreal sort of way. So the story is about Piranesi, the character called Piranesi. He is approximately 35 years of age or so, he says, and he lives in this very strange place, a house which is more than just a house. The house has hundreds and hundreds of hallways, rooms, vestibules, staircases, etc. In fact, the size and the length of the house can almost be termed as infinite. And Piranesi, he only remembers the house for as long as he has lived. He only remembers staying in this house and nothing else. And Piranesi frequently roams through these numerous hallways, rooms, etc. He goes even to those hallways which are very much farther from the spot in which he usually resides. And Piranesi, even after roaming so much, he says that there are even more hallways than the ones he has traveled to. So the house is almost like a labyrinth. And besides Piranesi, there's just one other person who lives in a different part of the house, and both he and Piranesi meets twice a week. And Piranesi, he writes these journal entries. In fact, he has been maintaining these journals for a very long time. And in those journals, he records observations about the house. In fact, the whole story is told in the form of these journal entries. The story is a first-person narrative. And Piranesi also has a very weird system of dating his journals. For example, one of the journals, he will name it as the year I named the constellations. It might sound weird, but once you go through the story, you would understand why he has done so. And the most important fact is that Piranesi loves his house. He has a very beautiful and innocent relationship with it. And as I have mentioned, the house is very strange. So besides the hallways, staircases, etc., there are also lots and lots of statues, hundreds and hundreds of statues. And each statue is different from the other in terms of size, height, structure, etc. And Piranesi also has a beautiful relationship with these statues as well. Now, what are those statues exactly? Or, in fact, the most important question, what is that house? And why are only two people staying in that house? So, there are a lot of these questions, but these will be answered along the way. And I do want to say more things about this book, but this is the sort of book where it's better to go into it without really knowing much. It is weird and magical, not the kind of magic that's found in fantasy books. I mean, it is classified as fantasy, but it's a mixture of both magical realism and fantasy. Even if it is termed as fantasy, it's a very unconventional sort of fantasy. I really liked the book. I haven't read something like this for so long, and it was a very short book, around 250 pages, and the book delivered the story very well in just these few pages. I could go on reading the book. Once I started, I couldn't just stop reading. And obviously, I loved the essence of magic. The magic in here feels so subtle, so gentle, so surreal. It isn't too complex and very extravagant or showy. There's a different kind of comforting vibe to the magic. I mean, the whole story is very subtle. Just in the way the story has been told feels so magical and comforting, even though there are actually certain darker elements in the book. But again, those dark elements are also very subtle, and in most cases they are just implied. And since we're following Piranesi's perspective, his perspective is almost innocent And so even these dark elements doesn't seem too harsh through his perspective. I loved Piranesi's character and the brilliance of storytelling in this one. As I had mentioned, the plot isn't too showy. It has a lot of subtlety and it has the right amount of magic, mystery, mysticism, and weirdness that can be felt throughout the book. The story has a beautiful blend of mystery, innocence, and darkness. I love the underlying mystery in this book and the way it was brought out in the story. I love the way how it was written in the form of these diary entries and through the perspective of such a strange and innocent character. That's all I'm going to say about this book. I mean, it's better to not know more about the story, to enjoy it fully. And yeah, I would definitely recommend this book to everyone. But again, I'm not sure if everyone is going to like this book. It is a very unconventional story told in a very unconventional manner. The plot is weird and a lot of questions are being thrown along the way. And we do not always get direct answers to those questions. But anyways, if you want to read something different, if you like something strange, if you like something magical and whimsical, if you want to experience that otherworldly, surreal sort of vibe, if you like something atmospheric, then go for this book. I'm sure it won't disappoint you. So I hope you like this review of this book. I'd be very happy if you picked up this book and loved it as much as I did. And if you did not love it, then it's fine. We do not have to love the same sort of books. But anyways, we have come to the end of this video and I really hope to come back with another video very soon. Till then, please do take care and be safe. Goodbye.